Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Kushal at the Dental Spotlight. And today we have a very special guest, Dr. Sonam Gandhi. She's a cosmetic dentist who practices in South Bombay at Malabar Hill, and she has a 13 years of practice. So, Dr. Sonam, welcome to the Dental Spotlight. How are you feeling today?
Thank you very well. Thank you, Kushal, for inviting me for this podcast with Dentist Spotlight.
You're welcome. So, my first question is, nowadays cosmetic dentistry is so much in fad. Every dentist you see, they want to become a cosmetic dentist or a aesthetic dentist. So much in the trend. More than trend, it is a very satisfying job. So, what inspired you to take up to this practice of cosmetic dentistry or aesthetic dentistry, or you can call it smile makeover specialist?
So, I think that as dentists, we've got the ability to deliver such beautiful smiles to our patient. And not only delivering beautiful smile, it basically transforms the personality, gives them an extra confidence and boost to their personality. So, I think that inspired me that as a dentist, I can touch lives by just not giving them beautiful smile, but increasing their confidence and boost their personality. That's what's inspired me.
Absolutely, that's so amazing. And coming to speaking of smile designing, I would like to know that many patients come with a very unrealistic approach nowadays because of social media. They come with their pictures of celebrities. I want this smile. I want this smile, but it will look very unnatural to them. So, how do you do a smile makeover of someone to keep the balance between what they already have and to give a more natural looking smile rather than creating an artificial or a fake smile? So, how do you find the perfect balance?
So at Dr. Solan's dental studio, what we do is we just don't deliver a smile, but we assess the person. We assess the person's personality. We cannot, just because a person would want a Hollywood smile or a Bollywood smile, we can't just deliver what they want. But we need to see how would that match his or her personality. So if I have a young individual who can and having a dynamic personality, of course I can give him a smile which will suit that way. So according to the patient's personality, I would judge and deliver. So that's how we go about
Wow, that's very insightful. Thank you. Coming on to the third question is what is your biggest smile transformation case like where okay you can't still forget this till date that you have done a smile makeover and that was something completely that changed the person's complete the life had been transformed. What is that?
Yeah, so I clearly remember this housewife who was, she had given her entire life to her family and her kids. And she never took care of her oral care because she was constantly working for the home, her husband, her kids. But at a stage when she realized, and now she had lost almost most of her teeth, they were mobile, she couldn't eat. She used to refrain herself from coming into family photos. And that's when her husband realized that I need to do something for my wife. That was a very good gesture that I feel is a partnership that both of them shared. And he got her to my clinic, and I was able to first I had to give her, motivate her and give her a nice pep talk to get into the treatment because as again as an Indian housewife, they don't want to do something for themselves and they don't want to give their husband that extra expenditure. So we had to give her a little pep talk and then we delivered a beautiful full mouth case with her, like a beautiful restorative smile. She was so happy that when we revealed the final case to her, she had tears in her eyes, and not only her, but even her husband. Because at last, she felt that he was able to do something for her, and she was happy because she did something for herself at the end. So I think that was a beautiful transformation that I've done today.
That must be quite emotional for you as well, yeah. So yeah, I understand that smile makeovers requires a lot of, like you said, pep talk. So in this, I think that patients, most of the clients, they're not aware that the smile is not good. They have been live with that smile for the whole life. So how do you convince them, or how do you counsel, or consult them that okay, this we can give you a better version of your smile? So how do you treat such a plan?
So, because one aesthetic dentistry is not a need based dentistry, it's a want based. As in, it is something that you want for yourself. So, when patients come to dentists, mostly they come for root canals when they're in pain. So, when they're wanting to do a smile makeover, they want to look beautiful, they want to look more confident. So, it does little bit motivated by themselves. And secondly, we have to give them 100% motivation that how they will look because always they have in their mind that, oh, I do want this Hollywood bright smile or I want this veneer smile like the Bika Padupone or Katrina Kaif. But will they be able to carry it off? So in my clinic, we do digitalized dentistry, where we do smile designing, we do mock-up, we do present them with digital smile design mock-ups, wherein they can actually see how they would look pre and post after doing a veneer transformation or doing some invisible aligners. So they are able to visualize the pre and post, and that's how that it becomes better for them also to take an informed decision whether they really want to go through the procedure, and they are also happy with the results. So I think because of the digitalized dentistry, we are at a better hand right now.
Very rightly put. You spoke about DSD, digital smile designing.
Yes.
Now, I'm an oral surgeon. I'm not much aware of what it is. But can you just break it down in a very simplified way, the steps which are involved in a DSD for our people to understand?
So in a DSC, there's a digital smile simulation. What we do is we analyze the patient. We take the clinical photos when they come to us. So the photos are taken in a way, in every angle, because we need to know which angle is good or in which angle the patient does not like their smile. We also take videos of the patient while they're talking or they're smiling. So we basically come to know where the patient is more, you know, uh, concerned or very like cryptic about that look, or so every girl has this angle is I look good, or that angle is low. So you actually visualize everything on that. Then we have the software which is on my computer, which is a DSD program, where we install all these details. We also put on all the photographs. Then we design it because we have a golden ratio of smile designing.
What is
So,
that golden ratio?
so golden ratio would be, where we do part. It would be too much of technicality to tell this. But what I would explain is basically it tells us how each of the tooth should be proportionally rated so that we can give you an ideal good smile.
Correct.
So once I get the DSD done, or once we get the photographs on the DSD, we visualize what the final outcome should be there, how much each centimeters or what inches, how much increment has to be done in the teeth, and then we do a final transformation. So then later on, we again have a consult with the patient, because in the first consult, only these kind of data is taken from the patient. See, at the setback, we do the development. And after that, we call for a second consult. In the second consult is when we shown him the pre or her or him, the pre and post consultation photographs, and then that would help.
Wow. So that
Also, we have digital mock-ups which are also done, wherein if we are having additive veneers done, we can show them on themselves, which we call as test smile drive, and that can lift.
I'm sure that AI can also play some role here. Nowadays, people are a lot more dependent on AI, ChatGPT, Gemini.
Yeah.
Do you use any of these tools in your smile designing?
Not smile designing. No, not in smile designing as.
Okay. Okay, great. And coming to your last question, what I want to ask you is, being a smile designing expert, it is sometimes very, challenging and long working hours, and you have to spend a lot of time in your clinic consulting patients. At the same time, I can see that you are a very good content creator yourself. So how do you find balance in your life by managing content, family life, clinic, everything, your passion? So how do you have a perfect balance?
So I think it's very difficult to balance your life with catch so many things. I think all the dangers, I think even you would agree, it's very difficult for us to manage our time.
Ask my wife about it.
So, but somehow I think it's like what is your passion? If you have a passion to do something, I think we will go for it. So if you have the will, you will do it. So I think time management would help. Finding a proper timing wherein you could channelize and see when would you do like content creation. Once a month is when I shoot my content. I also see to it that I have a younger child, so I have to look into his study as well. I have a family to look after. So I think when we know that what we are passionate about, I think we can devise time for everything, and that.
Absolutely. And any last closing statements on today's event, the Dental Spotlight, where you see all the young dentists out there, students, practicing dentists, content creators, and other inspiration coming all together and under one roof. So, how do you feel this will help in collaborations in future dentistry?
Yeah, I think meeting so many amazing dental creators, of course, also Kushal. I think it's been such a great networking platform wherein we have all met from different cities, and it's a great event, of course. And I think they're looking forward for more collaboration with more dentists.
Absolutely. I would, if I want to put it in 3 words, I would say this Dental Spotlight is all about connect, create, and collaborate.
Yeah,
You know,
completely agree.
so we are, and please do watch on our Instagram handles and see some more amazing content coming through. Thank you, doctor, so much for coming over this podcast. I hope you had a great experience.
Amazing.
Okay, bye bye. Thank you.